Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Check out our foggy morning drive. Take your time there, sweetheart. Good morning. Thank you. Thumbs up. First one of the new week. I guess happy President's Day to everyone, if you're celebrating that today. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Good morning, folks. Everybody, say hello. Tell me where you're from. How you doing, Craig? Good morning out in California. I hope your Sunday was as great as your Saturday. Pretty great. I got a little more rest yesterday than I had the first 2 days, but yeah, I'm all rested up and Headed home. Headed home in California fog bank here. Good morning, Jerry. Craig says it's foggy out here in California. The fog has lifted. What do you two fine gentlemen have to do on this Monday morning? Homing pigeons, yep. Rain and snow both. It'll probably be 60 degrees in both those locations later on today. I'm hoping for a little warmth. 35 degrees right here. Tractor short. I seen your tractor short yesterday, or your video anyhow. Uh-oh. I had to get old Buford out of the holler this morning, and $7.25 to get him looking halfway decent. A remix of the tractor. I hope the squirrel is still on the exhaust pipe. Yeah, 24 hours is guaranteed just about. Always got to make room for the critters. Hello, Teal. How you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, it's good to wake up in the countryside. Had 11 deer standing in the yard yesterday, right out the front room window. Makes me want to have a home away from home. How you doing, Ty? Ooh, chilly. Chilly up north. Yeah, it's sun's gonna warm it up. I think it's gonna be an awesome day here. Well, thank you. I've spent probably 31 years driving on this highway here and never paid one bit attention to it. I'm sure I occasionally search for deers on the side of the road, but I never just thought about how good it looked driving through here, especially when you get a little fog in the hills there. And it's way better than looking at my face. Yeah, no kidding. Kind of like the forest desert. But it almost feels like home when the corn's coming up, and 4th of July, knee high. Corn and the Great Maumee, and sometimes the All Glaze. Yeah, I definitely seen some crazy little towns in my 3 days down here. I've seen people that live under rocks, on top of rocks, beside rocks, behind rocks. Yep. Guys got a lot of corn. Yep. And not one moonshine still up there. I don't understand. Good old Greenbow Lake. Greenbow shrimp. That's about all I got to say. Bubba. Welcome in, everyone. Say hello. Tell me where you're coming from today. What's happening this Monday? I hope everybody is off work. One of these days, there's like 14, 15, 16 deer out there in little groups of 4. No, the windshield's not dirty, it's just foggy. No paradise, baby. 3 states and I can't find paradise. I think paradise maybe, thank you Sarah, a little further south. Maybe I can find paradise in southern Georgia. Welcome in, Sarah. How are you today? Everybody say hello to Sarah. She stopped in. Where are you from, Sarah? Northwest Ohio here, but I'm down in eastern Kentucky right now. Oh yeah, Georgia peaches. Magic Cat. How you doing, Magic Cat? going to be a great day. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Nice catfish you're catching there. Monsters. If you haven't already, go over to Skipjack Cindy and look at that monster Valentine's catfish she captured. And they're all teasing me here, Jerry. Frontier, Kentucky, org. Homesteading at its best. The Chihuahuas has risen. Man, there is monster deer everywhere. Another pretty good sized group. What's up with you today, Cindy? Magic Cat? Big plans on Monday? Ten thumbs up. Thank you very much. I'm just going to let this baby run today, and I'm going to yap, yap, yap. I'm sure we'll hit a little twirly gigs when we hit southern Ohio up there, but we'll be back. Never fear. Doo, 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 doo. Underdog is here. I'm coming, sweet Polly. I think Jerry Ginger is dog rustling right now, hooking them up for the cattle drive outside, or shall we say the fowl drive. I know the Canadians are moving in over there. Speed demons. Good morning, good morning. And Jerry, I never could find how to get up to this property here with the sign on it. I think you got to drive all the way to the next town and come back many a mile on the side road. There's something happening here. Everybody say stop. Yeah, you can see it plain as day up there, land for sale. Overlooking this beautiful highway. Hello, Stephen. Welcome in, welcome in. Always appreciate people when you pop in. Let them know where you're from, Stephen, and tell us about the Monday agenda. What's going on today with you? About to put the sun behind us, guys, and head into the future here. Good morning. Hello, Bill. How you doing? Long time no see. Check out these pretty skies. Welcome in, welcome in. Don't forget those thumbs up, folks. Help support me here. Much appreciated. Welcome in, you fine folks. What's going on this Monday? coffee is hot. Hello, Nomadic. Blue skies. I love them. Spring is getting close. That is for sure. I don't know the official day. What is it, like 30 some? Are we in the 30s yet till spring? I think Jerry's out wrestling the dogs right now, so. I'm sure he's listening very carefully. And Nomadic, it's good to be headed north, I guess. Jerry says it's a little bit chillier up there today. '61 will be nice. Probably get a lot of rain, though. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Bill, do you got plans for the day, or are you just going to hang out and do nothing? Hello, Bruce. Welcome. How's Indiana this morning? Foggy? Gesundheit. That's about the third power truck I've seen with Pose on it. Must have a big job somewhere today. Again, he says. Yeah, I was just wondering, is probably a little more than 30 days in, huh? Thank you, Bill. It's on its way, Brad. Brad Bull Pitt. That's a pretty good one. We can just about say it's a month away. I'm glad February helped us out by having a short month. I'm thinking maybe next year is the leap year. Very cool, very cool. I was kind of looking at the park there, and it didn't look like there was too much. Yeah, I started to say it'd probably have to be a nighttime hike. I just caught the little short, the Bigfoot hare in the tree. That's pretty cool. Absolutely. He's a friend to all of us, Brad. He's not a bad guy at all. He's just a little misunderstood. Yeah, did you tell him coconuts didn't grow up in Ohio? Well, Brad, you probably got some inside info on it. Can you tell us where he's hiding at? That's what we want to know. We just want to talk and visit. Mount Shasta. Here we come. Too cold for the eddies, man. I want to see a summertime squatch. How you doing, Snow? I was just in West Virginia, Woody. Why didn't someone tell me that? '28, 2 more years for a leap year. Yep. I'm thinking he's going to have to be in deep forest. Some of these little places that I go to got too many people looking for him. I'm pretty sure he's done moved along by now. They are spreading the family out very thin. I am sure they can be in more than one place. And there's probably hundreds of them out there. But I know for a fact that most places I go are just too overpopulated with people. People and dogs and animals and too many visitors all the time. Hello, Charles. So I'm sure he's there's probably a few state forests in Ohio that he could probably still roam around. I'm thinking with today's day and age and the way things are evolving that he's probably getting smaller. So by the time I find him, he might be the size of a little monkey. Welcome in, everyone. If you haven't said hello yet, raise your hand and wave it. How was your weekend, Charles? Yeah, but it's Blue Monday. Yeah, jump back in this lane now, pal. You just can't get going fast enough. I missed the Shell station, but 266 anyhow. So it was not much difference. Well, that is for sure, Bruce. Concrete has taken over the world. Florida, Florida. I just talked to my sister yesterday. I think they're headed down for a bike week. They tried to go down and stay for a couple weeks. Too much money, Bruce. It's going crazy here, that is for sure. It was like 2:38 when I left home. The day after I filled up, of course. It's about 270 everywhere down here. Then I got over into a little bitty town in West Virginia and found it for 250 something. You're going down 95, headed down the coast. Or is that like pretty close to 75? I only seen one sign down through there that I remember that said South Carolina, but I figured it was just a highway headed that direction. Well, that is for sure. But we went to Cracker Barrel yesterday morning. You guys probably seen that, and me and the daughter both had a pretty good breakfast. Grand totals, I think $23.98. So that wasn't bad at all. Yeah, 95 is it's been a long time since I took that route, but 75 is getting to be a crap load of construction. Now, Ohio is just the other side of that fog bank. Is that in the school system, Bruce? Yep, I'm pretty sure I had it when I was a kid too. You don't hear about that stuff anymore. Measles and chicken pox and... Probably more dangerous now for the little ones. They probably haven't been immune to that during the school immunization. Welcome to the Blue Bridge of Ohio, folks. And then all the traffic stops. Nope, Mothman. Nobody. I don't even think I've seen a squirrel at either place I stopped. Plenty of deer along the way and on sides of the roads and down in the hollers, but yeah, not many animals. I probably told you guys the other day, but we did find a meth lab. Maybe more. There's a couple properties about 40 miles off this highway here, but I'm not going to waste time driving up through the mountains to go see them. Yep. They like their Mothman. I think some of those places I was at there yesterday, or Saturday, it's some good Bigfoot territory, but I hope he don't eat what he finds in those woods. He'll probably be high as a kite. Lone Star, is that like a Texas tick? I know two types of ticks, crawling tick and dead tick. Yeah, but I don't like the movies where they always portray him as evil. I mean, I'm thinking the guys are just out there trying to survive on how they know how to do it. I'm sure they're not eating people. Move over. That's a camper van waiting to happen. It's going to be foggy all the way down this here river road. 93, that's the highway that has places to out near Benton County has a place, and Jackson County has a spot. Usually when I talk about those counties, Plywood will pop in and say hello. Yep, no ticks, no mosquitoes. And I hope it don't go from mild weather to super hot right away. Hey, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Bruce. Hello, you two. Ticks, tick-tock, tick-tock. We're talking about a little bit of everything. Would you, could you, if you wanna? Would you ask you? How you doing, you two could? Bill brought up the ticks in Iowa. Yep, Jackson County. I like Jackson County. They have the big apple festival there. I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town. Oh, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. Gonna mess around. That's enough of that. I've lost everyone in here. My black for President's Day? Well, I have a black t-shirt, a black hoodie, black socks, but thank you, Magic Cat. I like to send the ring of fire when I'm around the campground. A man in black. Just don't call me Sue. Whatever you do. Van Buren Popcorn Festival. I can eat one type of popcorn. Once they start adding flavors to it, man, I just don't get into that. There you go, Bill. Walking without socks on again. Hanging Rock here at Wayne National Forest used to be a nice place, but the homeless people and the people who move in here and live all year long has kind of ruined that. You don't hear much from Jiffy Pop anymore. Is Jiffy Pop Company still out there? All you hear is Orville Redenbacher. I don't blame you, Bill. Shoes are overrated. And you know there's a song about Bill Meyer? Yeah, it's a beautiful place down here. The state forest there, what is it? Right beside it. Zelinsky, where we were at the other day. They got a 29, 30 mile hiking trail. You hike back to camp. That would be cool. Jiffy Pop. Yeah, I could run on gravel with my bare feet. Nowadays, I step on a feather, I'm bouncing on one foot. We get tenderfoot when we get old, that's for sure. I thought we were supposed to develop like corns and calluses and make our feet tough. I can imagine Bigfoot's feet, man. Rawhide. Rawhide. Well, we keep getting likes, but no one else is saying hello. All right, Bruce, we'll see you down by the Waffle House. Or the Pancake House. Thanks for stopping. I can't even hardly walk on grass. I'd step on one of them acorns out there and woo. How fast do you have to drive in the fog to get pulled over? The speed limit's 55. We are both running 60. And we got a good thing going on here. I can see nothing in front, and, well, here comes one up from behind. I think he come off the off-ramp, but pretty quiet road today. And the sun is trying to burn through from Kentucky over there. Come on, Kentucky sunshine. Lord, how you doing? Silent Hill, that's in West Virginia. We were there day before yesterday. We have the Mansfield Penitentiary, the haunted castles here. There's a few things we got in Ohio. Lord Alcatraz. Yes, fog is excellent today. Thick as pea soup. That's right. You remember the old movies, The Fog? It's thick enough for those vampire dudes. What was that? 30 Days of Night or something like that? Well, the vampires took over the northern island or whatever. They don't make the old movies like they used to. Cut through this, baby. Good thing I put new wipers on. Yep, I don't think part 2 was as good as the first, but kind of like the Blob. I mean, you can only do so much as a blob, right? Suck people in and devour them. The Fog. The Fog had some creatures in it. That's good. And it's always good when they add a little bit of urban legends and stuff like that into it. Yes. Then we started going with giant fish. And then, oh, what was all those movies where they seen it coming, and if it didn't happen, you get it somehow? All those cows standing in water out there, the field is flooded. Yep, fake news out there. We're just talking about good old movies. Final Destination. There you go, Charles. What are we on now? 6, 7? I just seen they coming out with a new Scream or something like that, number 6 or 7. I'm like, how many movies are you going to make, people? You'd think by now, after 6 Scream movies and 50 people killed, they would have had banned that costume in the real world, but nope. You can still put on the cape, and I actually have that same outfit. I think when that movie comes out in the theaters, I should probably put my suit on and go hang out. Thank you, Nomadic. We're going to take our time and cruise around. If it wasn't for being a Monday, I'd probably would have stopped at the big flea market there, but I got all day to get there. No hurries, baby, no hurries. Every now and then, I scratch my chin, and then I think for just a moment, that's right, baby. No shoes, no shirt, no problem. Toes in the sand and a drink in my hand if you want one. Henry, how you doing? Yep, it's getting foggier by the minute. Only in the valleys. Doom, 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 doom. Oh. Where are you from, Henry? What's going on out there? I'm thinking that's just the dude they had pulled over back there. Evidently, he did not learn his lesson. Yeah, it's kind of like Tennessee, man. One day you go through and you got to put snow chains on. Next day you come through, you got to run your headlights and wipers the whole way. We're not slowing these people down. They are in such a big hurry. We always like driving through Iowa, but we're always on the turnpike, oh. Henry, are you with us? Tell us where you're from. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Back from the barn. Welcome back, Jerry. How was the chicks and the goose? And Mickey and Minnie and the other cat? Man, if it was noon, you know where I'd be eating, Charles. The good old Ponderosa. Oh yeah. Those chickens have a lot of videos to catch up on. I should probably make a new playlist for you of all the 2026 adventures. Absolutely. Me too. Once we hit Chillicothe, we'll be out of the fog until we get probably all the way up to Marysville, Mad River, Snow Mountain, whatever it's called. Welcome in, folks. We got a giant spike there. What has happened? 16 people popped in the room, guys. Everybody say hello. Tell us where you're from out there. Get this chat a-rolling. And just like that, Mama said they're all gone. Kind of like magic, chat. But we got a magic cat. He was in here a minute ago. I bet he's got special shoes. Jerry with the hands up. Put your hands up. Grand Imposter. Ethiopia, welcome in. I am not home, ASD. You are correct. Why ain't you at school? We have many brothers. We love them all. ASD, as easy as 1, 2, 3. No 4K. We have seen probably 35 deers on the side of the road. Live still. They're going live today. No school on President's Day. Well, that's pretty bad because my grandkids had to go to school today. Wheelersburg, home where they make wheels. And just like that, the fog was gone. Sometimes it even rained from the ground. '26. How's your weekend, ASD? What did you do? You didn't come into any lives except for Friday. What happened Saturday and Sunday, huh? That's okay. My grandpa used to say, forgiveness in one hand and a back slap in the other. Ooh, good deal. Pizza. Did you order pizza? Pizza, pizza. From that little Roman guy? Or is he from Sicily? He's Italian. Oh, Yorkie. Well, there you go. Take care of that baby dog. Ooh, karate. Karate do, Daniel-san. Your left hand small circle, right hand a large circle. Show me. Sandy floor. Ay, 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 ay. Look, I. There you go, baby. Take care of that. Give him the life he will never had. Doo-be-doo. Now we're getting into the hilly hills. Guys, we're going to hit a few dead spots here, so hit a click out. I will be right back, so just hang on. Grab yourself some popcorn or a snack or another refreshment. Come back and wait on me. This could go on for all day long. Is this the only dog you have? No? Crazy truckers. Ooh, you don't have to come over. You'll have your own lane. Just here in a minute. Six lanes, tail lights, red ants marching into the night. They disappeared to the from a sack, a 99-cent heart attack. Man, we have a lot of snow here. Evidently the sun hasn't reached this area yet. Welcome in, good morning folks, how we doing? Happy Monday! Hoping you guys are having a wonderful President's Day out there by not having to work. Or like ASD out there and just don't go to school on Monday. Come on over and slow down. Jody Lynn, Jody Lynn, Jody Lynn. Hello, Paul. Welcome back. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Whee! Look at those new wipers work, baby. How was your weekend, Paul? Jerry, I just seen a giant goose. This fog is oh, that helps. Any plans today, Paul? What's going on President's Day? There you go. I don't like a Wendigo. Come home, it's supper time. It's foggy, Cindy. Just be good catfish weather, man. You'd have to use those little bait bells. Ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding-a-ding. I always forget and leave them on when I reel the bait in, then I sling them out there and the bells go out into the water. Cindy, is the duck race still going on? There was a lot of ducks in that race. There you go, appreciate it. Eyes on the pose. How did the tattoo deal work out? Did the tattoo of Slipjack Cindy become a thing? All cool. You're going to have to get some a video or some pictures and add that to one of your lives. Hopefully it's in a good place too, not somewhere privately. Okay, that's, well, not too far above it, but that's a good spot. There you go. We still got a lot of snow here. I don't know if the sun even gets down in this valley. But we're back in Ohio. You know how the weather is here. Yeah, we just now reached 35 degrees. It's supposed to be colder up home too. But it's going to warm up through the week, so they say. And now the rain will set in for weeks on a time. That will drive us crazy. Good morning, everyone. We should be out of the trouble spots here, so continue with that chat. Keep it sharing out there. If you're new and in here, let us know where you're from today. We are currently in southern Ohio, headed north. I'll wait till we get some questions here. Try and sip this coffee, but it must have been boiling when I got it, because it is 30 minutes later and it's hot as crap. Actually, an hour and 10 minutes later and it's still hot. They outdid yourself today. Good morning. And just when I thought the fog was over. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Let us know what's going on out there today. Seattle. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Lots of nice little valleys, guys, I'd love to be living in. I'm gonna have to Google some of these on the map. See if I can find for sale locations around this area. Southern Ohio is pretty nice. If you're in the chat, say hello. Make sure the chat is moving for me, please. Be much appreciated. Well, there's one. Hello, Nancy. Nancy, have you been in here for a bit? Appreciate you for stopping by. How was your weekend? I was a highwayman. hopefully it was a good Valentine's weekend for you then. I tried to get the wife to run away this weekend, but nope. She wanted to stay home and babysit. She always pretends like she has to do it, but she doesn't. I kind of wish sometimes I had a playlist of good YouTube music, but going to be a quiet ride. I'm just going to let it run and enjoy it. People as they pop in and out. I may stop somewhere along the way and grab a biscuit. I don't know. We ain't even had a troll today yet. That's weird. I figured some places, with school being out, we'd have a troll or two pop in that I could talk to. Hello, Matt. The tires are working good, man. We just got the mud washed off of them. Old Buford done a little four-wheeling this weekend. Cost me $7 to spray off the underneath of this. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up for us. Let us know where you're coming from today, Matt. We're in Southern Ohio. We got a little mud on the tires this weekend. Primo Williams lives down the dirt, makes homemade wine like nobody I know. To him on Friday night and said, can you help me through? I get a little girl waiting on me and I want to treat her right. I got what you need, son. It's sitting down in the center. He reached through the cobwebs as he turned on the light and said, there might be a little dust on the bottle. Massachusetts, welcome in. Oh, cool, very cool. That must have been around the Cleveland area. Well, thanks for stopping, sir. Hit that thumbs up or double tap the screen. Much appreciated. Come back. Come back often. Often as possible. No, nope. Just in the 4x4 today. I work full-time for the state. I'm just out on a little 4-day run, and the bad part about it is I didn't get one video in. The day we were supposed to hike, it rained all day long. GMC, yes. Oh, the adventure was great. Lots of family, some friends, memories. About the only thing we can hang on to anymore. 2024. Hey, thank you, Matt. Appreciate you stopping. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up for me, please. Watch a video, drop a comment. It all helps out. Share us out to a friend. Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. I'm surprised Danielle hasn't popped in already. $10 a.m., most places are going to have breakfast over by now. And then there was one. I think the one is always YouTube itself. Seemed to be the first one in and the last to leave, and they never talk. Maybe they're just here to moderate. Tell people what a great channel and an easy listening radio you have here at Out and About. 10,000 watts of power broadcasting out to your radio. WAAA or WM, no, WOAA. That'd be a good radio station for me. Welcome in, newbies. How we doing today? Happy Monday. Does anybody know what holiday it is without looking at the calendar? There's a slowdown ahead, Matthew. There's a stranger coming. Milk. Milk. Up to 272. You can tell we're headed north. Thank you for that thumbs up. President's Day, you are correct. Ding, 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 ding. Tell her, Don, what she's won. You've won a year's supply of rice roti, a San Francisco treat. Unless you'd like to trade that for what's behind door number 3. Hello, Scotty. Good morning. Scotty's the guy I have a question for. Scotty, the other day, Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. You saw me in the chat, correct? I think I said hello to you. Did you reply? I think it was a little glitchy or whatever going on. They were inside their house doing a little live Saturday night spontaneous thing. And how was your day, Scotty? No, I think you did, but that's what I was telling Gorilla there. You were the only one who said hello, but I talked to everyone in that chat, including the Gorilla, and I never got a reply. So we were just discussing on whether it was some kind of, you know what they call it, shadow banning or whatever that was. Yeah, I said hello to many people in there and added a few comments to what they were talking about, and I got no replies from the channel itself. But I can't go back and check the chat out. That only he could do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you answered right away, but no one else did. I mean, not that they were being rude, but I was just wondering if sometimes your comments just do not come through. Yeah, we were talking about it, and he jumped into my live the next day there and was talking. I'm like, hey, what's up with that? But he had problem with that before, because once he had got into my chat and was asking all kind of questions, and I was not seeing those either. So what is YouTube going on out there? What in the YouTube is going on? No, I mean, he was, I think I seen him pop in, and then that was it. Because I'd mentioned something about, you know, maybe he's done pop back out or whatever, and he sent me a text from his phone, the whatever it's called, screenshot of all the questions he were asking. Yeah, and they were just not coming up on mine. But then again, I get people come in who are talking to me that no one else in the chat can see what they're saying. I mean, they're not blocked, they're plainly on my screen. So maybe people got these little mysterious apps out there that make them incognito or whatever, but if I got that, I wouldn't know how to set it up. See you later, Mickey D's. Look like they're pretty busy. Yeah. I try to seek help from the YouTubers out there, but you definitely can't watch a video on YouTube on how to fix something, because those videos are out there just for those people to get likes and follows and views. They're not there to help you, because I think when I first started out, I went through video after video that said, do this to get more views, do this. And only thing that does is give those people more views, because I sit there like a silly person and watch it all. But I've tried turning this off, turning that off, doing this, posting here, doing this time, and nothing works. If people want to find you, I don't know how they find you. I've had people text my channel name in, and just like Woody said yesterday, just type in my name and it comes up with 3 or 4 other people's out and abouts. I don't know how you get into the ranking out there, but it's a crazy world. $2.65. Welcome in, folks. Jump into chat and say hello. If you're a YouTube specialist, you're at the right place, guys. We have many questions. I'm going to take it as that's a no, or but that's cool. Hang out. Yes, sir, but it's kind of heartbreaking and, well, disheartening or whatever, but now that I've got myself to the position where I can get it and move on with my adventures and my journey, or not move on, but add to it, there's nothing out there for me. Place right there. Been dozed out and cleaned out. Looks like a for sale sign out there. Welcome back, Paul. Did you go have some breakfast? And then I don't know what it is about people anymore, but there is so much trash just left behind everywhere you go. I mean, that is sickening. This world definitely needs a cleanup day. I mean, you get back in these hollers and you think, man, it's going to be great. Nobody back in here, but you can tell everybody has been back there, and that's where they leave their stuff. I think I told you guys yesterday or Sunday morning there, we went up this little back road and at least 13 travel trailers back in there, just rotting away. Leave it behind, no one cares. Yeah, I was just thinking about that myself too. I think we got most little places stop serving here about 10:30, so kind of have to make it quick. But you can go. I might stop at a Bob Evans or something like that. Cracker Barrel yesterday was pretty awesome. Maybe I'll hit me a Bob Evans on the way home. Well, I'm in Ohio. It's 10:13. We got out of Kentucky about, I'd say an hour ago. Yeah, I get to looking at these places, Paul. Scotty, that is, then you get to thinking, well, the further away it is, I am running 61. I think it's a 55 here. Like I say, people just blow by me like you're sitting still. No regards for the speed limit. And the more places I look at being further away, I worry about, well, I'm 6 hours away. What if something happens, man? It'd take me half a day to get there. Somebody could call you and tell you they're going to rob you and do it while you're driving down. What can Brown do for you? Come on over, buddy, if you want. I give him the old flashy lights. Of course, he knows he's about to hit side of the hill here, so nice little state park at top of this hill, but it's straight up. I couldn't begin to tell you what place Ohio I'm into, or Kentucky by that matter. I can remember that Washington was the first president and Lincoln was the 16th, I do believe. That's about all the history I have in me. Ohio's the 17th. Thank you very much. Oh man, we got here way before Arizona did. What took them so long? He does pretty good, but I know it don't do any good to pass him, because I'll get 100 foot past him and he will blow by me like there's no sitting still. Kentucky is the 15th. Probably because Daniel Boone was one of those pioneer dudes. Davy Crockett. I think Davy Crockett was from Illinois. Is that true? King of the wild frontier. Yeah, he's got to be running about 64 or 65. I'm locked on to 61, so let him roll, let him roll. Let the four winds blow from the east to the west. Pennsylvania, yeah, I'm sure Pennsylvania was now that you got me pondering on it there, Nancy, what order did Pennsylvania come into? All those states out there on the border, I know, were probably the first ones. Massachusetts was hit number 1. Please come to Boston, she said no. Won't you come home to me? Oh, the fog is lifting. Delaware number 1, PA number 2. There we go. And now I know. If I can retain any of that info, I'll be just a tad bit smarter than I was. Well, there's a Bob Evans coming up, folks, and we're about to hit 2 hours, so I'm thinking that's my game plan for the day. I'm going to go in and do a little Bob Evans breakfast, and I'll come back out and jump back on. Give everybody a break from hearing me. I am cruise control, baby. Hey, 37 thumbs up, that ain't too bad. If you don't happen to pop back in later and catch me on, we'll be back on regular time tomorrow, 6 a.m. We'll see how Tuesday goes, and then maybe next week. Next week we're going to try and do a 3-day. Video was out yesterday, and for some reason YouTube says, hello Danielle, or Daniel. The video come out at noon, and YouTube posted that it's been out for 2 days, so it kind of killed the rating right away on it. Danielle. It's okay, Danielle. We know you're a kid. We can't expect much. Where are you from, Daniel? What's going on? Oh, Hueytown. Like Huey Lewis. I wanna do, wanna do, wanna should. I've heard of living here in Allentown, but never Hueytown. You ever rode a Huey? I have. Chopper, get on the chopper. Well, I got it on cruise control, man. The sheriffs are everywhere. Man, that big billboard back there gave me the impression that Bob Evans was so much closer than what it really is. Danielle, I'm taking it that you have no school today. Yes, yes I am. Can you tell by the potholes? Oh, here we go. Now we got some signs going on. Food, food, and more food. I don't see a Bob Evans. But we're not going toward Chillicothe. We came down that way. We're going to go back around Columbus. Well, I will say goodbye, Daniel. Evidently he's run away. Yeah, the sheriff's, we got pretty good state patrol here. Sheriffs, they like these back road country stuff, but funny how they don't like to step on each other's toes, you know. The city takes care of the city, the county takes care of the county, the state, well, them boys will go anywhere they want, but somebody else behind me on cruise control, and that's as close as they can get. A lot of times these boys are out here when they do their big war on drug things, and they are parked every turnaround. It's like a mile or so between them, and every turnaround has a cruiser sitting on it. I appreciate them myself. They even put a bathroom in for the truck drivers. DOT got him a truck over there. I mean, it ain't like they're not out here working right now. And I'm thinking this is going to be the exit with the Bob Evans, if I remember correctly. Or this is the hospital, so probably not. They got a Golden Corral. Oh boy. But I think we talked about that yesterday. 35 bucks to eat at a Golden Corral anymore. Yep. Hook up, share the info they have. Yeah, I'm sure they do, and that's the way it used to be down in, when I worked down around Ashland, Kentucky. They would just flat out tell you, sit out there on the interstate and try and stop the people from Ohio. Don't bother the Kentucky people. I'm like, I said, the Kentucky locals are most of the problem. Yeah, they always want you to stop the out-of-state people. Hello, Circus. Ohio. Dun, 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 dun. Ohio. Welcome in. Where are you from, Circus? Don't tell me Las Vegas, man. Don't say Las Vegas. Massachusetts. Paul comes in at number 2. See now, Nancy, I'm going to remember that. Welcome in, welcome in. Circus, are you still with us? Hello, Linda. Linda. Kind of like North Dakota, but it's foggy like Ohio, northern Ohio. Hi, Linda. How are you? Hit that thumbs up and tell us where you're from, Linda. Nope, no CB. I wish I did. I miss those old CB. Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. The duck of the moon on the 6th of June in the Kenworth hauling logs. A cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hog. Chiefs County, Kansas City. I have yet to see someone in my chat from Bismarck, North Dakota. Well, welcome in. We were just talking about pulling over here and getting some breakfast. Taking a little break from the world and taking her time. How's your weekend, Linda? What's going on with you? Working today? Still in school? Yeah. We need to go to mandatory 3-day work weeks. Work 8-hour days and get paid for 40. Maybe more people would have a job then. But they would probably try and regulate it where you still got 40 hours pay for the 24. So if you made $10 an hour for 40, it would be much less. Oh, I don't know about that. I like to get home with a little bit of daylight up there. Oh yeah. You should do a live video, Linda. Hard to believe it's warm enough to go swimming in Kansas City. Unless you're on a little vacation somewhere. Now, if you're on a pool in the middle of a ship, in the middle of an ocean, slow down, people. It's got to have lots of flowers on it. Bring out the island theme. Oh, we're coming up on Bob Evans Town. I don't know why people pass me and then get in front of me and then slow down, because my cruise control hasn't changed. Pink. There you go. Itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, the one she wore last summer. Last time they let me in a bikini, I had to get into a full Navy SEAL swimsuit. No skin showing except my eyebrows. I look like that Stay Puft Marshmallow dude. I used to have a tie that looked like a fish, Paul. Every guy has had a fish necktie, haven't they? I think that's a dad present that you have to have. Yep, fish shirts, flower shirts. When you're out there roaming in California and Florida, you got to look the part. That's about right, Linda. I look like a Goodyear tire sometimes. My spare's right in the middle. I'm thinking Bob Evans is on the left. Not for sure. Maybe the right. Yeah, my arms are a little bit longer. Like Tyrannosaurus Rex, maybe. Whoa. Hello, Bible brother. Well, it's part of the theme, ma'am. You gotta go with the local economy there. Help them out. Get those little flower rings. I forget what they're called. Somebody think I was Bigfoot. All the hair on my back, probably. Absolutely. Breaking the rules. What's those little welcome reefs you get? Nope. Tell me about it. That is true. That is true. What about that island, man? We can still go visit these creatures. And aren't they in a theme park walking around somewhere now? AI is going to bring them all back. I don't know, Scotty. Lean. That's funny. I dated a girl once who her left leg was a little shorter. We called her Eileen. I don't know, Paul. Irvin, Linda. Drum roll, Paul. Let's hear it. Paul might be laughing too much to even answer the question. Come on, Paul. Come on. That would be an ideal, man. I can't say that I go to work to get away from her, but I kind of miss her when I'm not around. We won't get too heavily into the religious. We got 6 people in here, folks. Are we all talking or is somebody listening? Who hasn't hit that thumbs up and waved their hand at us? Well, that should be evenly shared, Linda, but I understand. My wife is usually the one doing them, but I do rinse my stuff off and put the dishes away. I try and do my part, but I am the one outside the house working all day. She's at home. But we still try and keep it fair. I always take out the trash. I take care of the yard work. Scotty, are you still with us? What happened to the joke fest, man? Thank you, Linda. Thank you. We're just cruising along here, trying to share a little adventure with you. I got the heat as low as it goes, and I'm still going to have to pop this hoodie off. Even it has raised to 40 degrees on the outside, so things are heating up in here. People speed up, they speed down. They speed up, you can't keep cruise control set for these fellas. They're both driving the little, whatchamacallit, so they may be traveling together. Making the breakfast. What are we having, Scotty? Gonna get too quiet for Scotty. Not at all. The guy tell you he's making breakfast and you want him to type more. I'm gonna go with scrambled eggs, little toast, maybe some apple butter, bacon or sausage patties. Oh, we were telling jokes and it's everybody quit. It's hard to get a good punchline when you type a joke. Some jokes you just have to see the face, the facial expression. Waffles. Heavy on the syrup. Man, gas is $2.90 a gallon in this little town. Crazy. Our 326 Family Dollar General store we passed this morning. Oh, this town, fix your potholes, dude. Everybody out here rip-roaring. How about that? Smooth as a button. You couldn't even tell I took a hoodie off. That is true, said the Titanic. If I had me that trailer, I'd haul some stuff. Yeah, it's going to be lunchtime again before we know it. Even though we've skipped breakfast. Now, if you skip breakfast, are you still having lunch because of the time of the day? Or is the first meal of the day always breakfast? Who can answer that one? Brunch? I considered brunch would have to be a meal in between two meals, correct? So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Do we call breakfast is it breakfast time only in the morning, or is it breakfast time the first meal? That's what I'm saying. Paul says the meal in between would be brunch, of course. I agree with that. But that would reply that, I don't know, maybe that is you can have a little bit of breakfast with some lunch food. Breaking the fast. Okay. So what do we call the meal between lunch and dinner? Bad idea or just glutton for gluten? I'm about to keep talking and make myself pull over and eat. Then I can blame it on you guys. They made me do it. Welcome in, folks. We got 14 people in here. Say hello. Join us. Tell us about your crazy idea or something you've been pondering for a long time and have been afraid to ask. Why? Why is the sky so blue? Why is the ocean wet? When the snow melts, where does the color white go? Come on, folks. I can snack all day long, baby. Everybody's thinking. When you pay alimony, where does money go? Well, I was always taught to believe it goes to the spouse, correct? Is it alimony if it's paid to a man, the same as it's paid to a woman? Or do they call that retribution? I know I've paid some child support in my life and wonder where that money goes. Both ways, so that's good, and I'm glad it does work that way. Man, that could be a heated topic we get into, but I would hate to get the argument going. How many years did I pay? Probably about, now let me think about this. I'd say 26. Hello, Dave. Welcome in. 26 total. That sounds about right. How was the walk, Dave? Stopped in for a minute there before we got rolling on the highway. Seemed like a little warmer day down there than it is here. Hello, Finn. "55 degrees is pretty nice. I think that's the high for today, but we can't get enough sunshine to get rid of this fog. We're about to get out of this little traffic and get into this 6 lanes of crazy traffic here, circling the big old city of Columbus. It's gonna be crazy, man. Gonna be crazy. What are you doing, people? What are you doing? Man, by the time you move away from that, you'll get here about during the rainstorm, I do believe. It's a easy way to kill the pain the same. The rest of the song, I'd rather be have cirrhosis of the liver to be an intellect and second to a fern. Oh, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have in front of the bottom of me. Oh, I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. It's all right, truck. Make your own way there, brother. Property search was a complete crap bust. Every place I looked at was nothing but a dump. And we were talking this morning, man. I cannot believe how there is so much trash out here that's just thrown out into the woods everywhere. I mean, some of these properties are just covered in it. And it's just laying there, you know, just hoping someone will eventually come along and clean it up. But until they do, everybody else gets to throw their trash in there. That was the song, Paul, A Bottle in Front of Me. They used to play that on Weird Al Yankovic, Dr. Demento. Yep, we are slowly destroying this world, that is for sure. I mean, there is no peaceful, beautiful places like you see on all the TV shows anymore. You get away from the eyesight of people, and it is trash. I hate to harp on people, but man, they are doing bad. Welcome in all, welcome in. Columbus. Hello, Eric. Foggy Columbus today. I don't think the sun's going to make it out. Are you hanging out in this area here, Eric? Marion, Ohio, not too far away. I used to drive up 23 and come that way, but man, that road has gotten pretty bad. So I usually hit 33 and head out toward Indiana. Yep, car, that's just the way it was Sunday when we were over there. Every place you look, man, just junk, junk, junk. I think I was telling Nancy earlier there that world we're going to have a cleanup day or the trash is taking over. Yeah, the last time I came down through there, I was pulled the camper down 23 there, and holy cow. Through Delaware and those places, I thought I was going to blow a tire. But some pretty land down in there around Delaware. Marion used to have that big flea market over right off 23, but that's been many years ago when I used to swing through there and stop. Dave, did you make the 400 or are you exactly at 400 a day? $399. Well, that's good. And then what was your date? You're going to start switching to 4 mile? Are you just going to take your regular path and walk it twice? Or are you going to a new location? Nope. Is this a joke? Let us know, Silk, let us know. We had some pretty good jokes go through this morning. Are you telling me that company got run off? Done got R-U-N-D-O-F-T. Well, maybe it wasn't a joke. It could have been a legitimate question. Here we go. I don't know. They got some pretty big companies in my area called Titan Tires, but I know Roadway and North American Van Lines used to be the only thing you'd see on the highway. They kind of had a monopoly out there until all these other companies start coming up. We got a hot rod Honda here. It just has to get by. But he didn't want to pass with that police truck sitting there. Oh, I'm sure one bigger company took over, changed the name. I was talking about that with my daughters last night, and talking about how we used to have the old Ben Franklin's 5 and Dimes, and then those switched over to a Maloney's department store, and then Maloney's switched over to a Hex, and then Hex went to a Hills, and then Hills went to Walmart, or Kmart, Kmart to Walmart, Walmart to whatever they got going now, the big one. There you go, Dave. I think I can read it. Does that say Alfonso? Welcome in. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. That's a good one, Dave. Alfonso. Keep them rolling, folks. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. See how many, more than 50 we can get today, guys. I had planned on stopping for lunch back there, but we got to goofing off and telling jokes, and I just kept on driving. So I'm over halfway back now, so might as well keep on rolling. Hi, you're playing a game? Well, welcome in. Where are you from? Double tap that screen. It's hard to believe that this coffee has made it over almost 3 hours. Still too hot to drink. Yes. Many questions. We try and talk about that every time in here, but I can never get enough people to come in to want to talk about it. Go right ahead and I'll see if I can help, Dave. Northwest Ohio, Alfonso. Yes, they are. There's a, if you're monetized, there is a, when you go in to set up your live stream, and when you go to edit, you click, that should always be set on private. So when you start your live stream, you should always have to go to edit, change that to public, and then when you go back to that screen, scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says advanced. Click on that advanced, and the very last one gives you an option to monetize your channels or not. But you should be already monetized if people are sending you gifts. Well, thank you, Alfonso. Appreciate you for popping in. Double tap that screen. Give me a thumbs up if you would. If you're not monetized, Dave, people should not be able to send you money during the live streams. But it also might depend on if you're over the 3,000 mark or if you're past the 4,000 mark too. I see people sending you the jewels, so I figured you were already over 4,000. Is that correct? Wow, then that is YouTube putting the hurt to you. Can you see where your total payout is on your home screen? Your YouTube studios? If you go to studios and go to content and under the live, click on the lives and it should bring you up a list. And on that list it should show you where your monetization is on or off. You can also click on those there and change that to on too. That way someone can have to actually give you a gift if they watch your live after the live is over. So yeah, if you're turning monetization on before you start your live, you have to do it before, I do believe. And before, when you turn your lives on, you always go down and click monetization. All right. Welcome in, folks. Jump in here and say hello. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what's going on. Hang out with us a bit. We're just listening to the chat with my earbuds while we're cruising down the highway. Sometimes it's a little better than radio and commercials. But if you want to be a paid sponsor during a live, you let me know. We can work that out. Yeah, that's the way it is with YouTube. I mean, but yeah, I've had a few that were demonetized because I think I did one in a bowling alley one time, and somebody was playing a jukebox in the background, and they demonetized it because that song was playing, or music was playing that I didn't have, you know, copyright to. So yeah, they get a little weird, but you know, YouTube wants you to put in keywords and stuff and words that you don't want to see during your chat. But yet, you can go to channels and they do nothing but cuss, smoke weed, stuff like that. I don't understand. Evidently some of these bad channels are not getting any money or not being monetized. But, you know, I see people sending them $20, $50 all the time. Crazy. Yeah, I tried to learn a lot of this stuff, man. I sat for hours at a time watching video after video on tips and tricks on how to get subscribers, how to get paid more money, YouTube ads and all this stuff. Almost to Marysville. But I found out that all those channels, videos are just for those people to get views and stuff. They actually help you not one bit. It was pretty slick down in Kentucky too. How you doing, the bomb? How was the weekend out there, everybody? JJ, what's up? Yeah, we went through Dayton on the way down. We decided to come this way on the way back. I believe if it was still the weekend, I could have caught a few flea markets along the way, but welcome in, Dayton. That's where old guy Hustle's moving back to pretty soon. Check out his channel and you'll hear him talk about Dayton every day. I can remember when I first started driving on 23, man, this was nothing but open fields, and now it is houses and storage building everywhere. Yep, and the videos are just for them to get videos, because the new people want to learn. Yeah, I probably gave away thousands and thousands of watch hours. But none of these people ever came back and helped me out, you know. Subscribe to my channel. We'll teach you how to get 1,000 subscribers. But not one time did I ever see one of those people ever come into my life. Well, not too seasonal, but definitely a lot bigger in the summertime. Seems like most of the stuff that's on the indoors now are just people paying rent, and I think they live there all day long. Kind of like a high school reunion. Welcome in, welcome in. Man, we have made 3 hours. I think this is the longest live I have done in a long time. Yep. That's what I was saying a couple weeks ago, man. I don't know how it is, but you know, when you if you're making the long videos, the best thing you can do is go in there in your description and your tags and just tag as many things as you can and share that out. There's a spot in there where you can go in there and you can type who you want to see it. Like, I want them to be seen in Canada and Europe and places like that. Man, the more places you put in there, the more views you're going to get. But most of it is, you know, they'll pop in, they'll one-time view, they'll subscribe to you, and most of those guys you never see again. I think just from leaving Friday morning to now, I've picked up about 1,200 subscribers. Excuse me. And when I go over to my list, maybe 25 of those are public subscribers, so you can't even get in contact with the ones who do subscribe to you. Yep, I found you just got to get into other people's lives and chat, get your name out there, start saying hello to people, watch people's long-term, the videos, go through the comments, pick out a few of those comments, give them a thumbs up, reply to the comments with your comment. Anytime that you get a comment on one of your videos, always comment back with something that, hey, that may be like another question. That gets them answering your question, which you just answered theirs, and keeps the conversation rolling. Helps with the shares out there, I find. There's little tricks you can do, but like I say, none of these big videos you see on there with 1 million subscribers are out there to help any of us out, I don't think. Join these creator groups, and I get into chats in there, and I can't get anyone to answer a question. Looks like we're on our own, Dave. We're on our own. Yeah, I watched Larry has a truck camper off-grid out in Arizona there, and he just hit 1 million or 100,000 subscribers, and he's got a few guys, Kenny of All Trades and Kevin Truck Camper and Nat Moran, and I get in there and talk to those guys when they do group chats. And just like Friday night, I was in his live for maybe an hour, and I think I got 14 people from his chat that subscribed, so pretty nice. Try and make some friends out there. Is he always out on the boat? A lot of these fishing lives I get people, but I just can't get out there and do enough fishing to keep up with their lifestyles. Soon as this weather change, man, weekend camping trips. Mainly off-grid's pretty good. Roll call cabin's pretty good. Kind of why I've been looking for some land where I can get out there and do a little off-grid and a lot of building and stuff, and try to get a better following. But I'll be the first to admit, Dave, that I know people get tired of coming into a live where they're sitting there watching me drive down the road. You gotta spiff it up a little bit. Hello, James. How you doing? Well, we are headed home for the weekend. Been a fun weekend down in Kentucky and West Virginia. Gotta get back to the old grind. And Dave, we always pick up a few crazies along the way. Yeah, James, you got to get away from the hustle every once in a while, man, or it will take you down. Oh, yeah. We tried to eat good. Seemed like every place we went was just so packed. I took the boy out. He wanted a steak, so we stopped at 2 different places, and both places had over an hour and 45-minute wait. But we survived. We survived. I didn't get one home-cooked meal this weekend. But then again, I didn't have to cook either. Yeah, you get some of those people latch on to you. There's a couple. You probably know who she is, but she comes into the live, and then they get on these other Discord and all this stuff and invite all their friends in, and they just want to take over your channel talking about their personal lives. I finally had to tell them, I said, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping, but they want to come in and just take over, then it's all about them. Nobody else can get in a word edgewise. You might know who I'm talking about, but I think she's changed her channel name about 10 times in the last 2 months. Marysville. This is the little town I bought the wife's Honda at. Yeah, I can go weeks at a time and not get one troll, and then sometimes I could start a live and the first 4 people I get are trolls. But sometimes I goof with them, sometimes I don't, so. And the other day, I finally got a telemarketer to call me back. I used to goof for those people all the time, and they just leave me alone now. That ain't no fun. Yeah, James, check out Old Guy Hustle if you haven't already. Uh-oh, historic Marysville now. New signs up. There's got to be more people in here to talk to us, and it says there's 10. What's going on out there, folks? Happy Monday, happy President's Day. But I am definitely going to shut down the live as soon as I get off 33 here. It's going to be foggy out on the back roads. I'm not going to try and do the 2-lane traffic stuff with the fog, but it's been a pleasure hanging out with you folks. I think I got, 30 miles maybe. Marion to my right. Where did our Marion guy go? Hey, not a problem, man. Anytime. We'll probably see you tomorrow right after. I'll be back on at 6 a.m., I hope. They used to say the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. And then I'll definitely see you tomorrow, Dave. All right, James, you too, man. Have a great one. good evening, everyone. I almost said good afternoon, but it's not noon yet here in Ohio. How's everyone doing out there today? You're listening to WOAA Radio, hometown, Northwest Ohio. Easy listening, peaceful living, good times. Hello, Rick. Welcome in. How you doing, my friend? We're doing great, man. We just can't get the sun to break up this fog. "5:41 p.m. here. 11:42 here. Almost at noon hours. Hello, Bible. Welcome back. Yep. Kind of is, but my wife doesn't like heat, so she doesn't want to be outside. Like I was saying earlier, you know, she's always done the dishes, and I always put them away. I try and help out. I'd like to get a good pot of coffee brewing, you know. I offer to fix breakfast all the time, and she loves to cook. She's not feeling bad or feeling down. She's a great cook, man. I'd probably be about 190 if I hadn't married her. I'll take my 220. Well, she likes to come out and enjoy the yard, enjoy a good fire. She'll do a little flower potting and some fruits and vegetables mostly. I mean, she loves to travel in the summertime with me when she has a chance. Northwest Ohio. How you doing, Island? Is this the Hawaii person? Aloha oi. Hit those thumbs up, folks, if you haven't already. And you'd think we were in the mountains somewhere, but man, it's flat as can be here. Yeah, California is pretty bad out there. Well, welcome in from California. Say hello to Bible. He's a Californian. Me too. But you get into a group of them, man, I don't know what it is. They pass you, they slow down. Now, is that Island Gill or Island Girl? I can't see. Some people call it Island. As long as you're not out on Alcatraz, you'll be all right. Island Girl, welcome in. Bible, say hello to Island Girl. We used to have a bunch of people come in from California. Feel Good Year, Night Stalker, Craig, and Craig is from California. Both Craigs are from California, actually. Rick lived in California, but he ran away from us. He's living the dream. No, it's not. Oh, it's not going to be the same, guys. I am officially out of coffee. I'm going to have to stop at Bell Fountain there. Probably grab a snack and grab another coffee. That's where I'll shut down my live. Fresno. Oh, the smell of the old wood burner going over there in the old workshop. Well, we appreciate you jumping in and hanging out with us. When you say hill, Bible, I always think of Rodale Drive. Is that in the hills? I come out one time and seen Hollywood, and I was not impressed. We went to visit the Hollywood sign, and I didn't stay long. Yeah. Kind of like some of the places I looked at around here for some land, but it was pretty bad. We got a little bit of snow left up in here. You'd think on the flatlands like this, the sun would have it all melted. Welcome in, everyone. Come on, people. Come on. You got to do it. Good job. Good job. I'll move over, but he'll be up to 75 or 80 here before I can even get a chance to catch up with him. Bump this speed up a little bit. I haven't seen Putty Cat in 2 days either. Bible, how far are you from Santa Monica? That's the last place in California I have visited a couple years ago. Hello, Putty Cat. I just mentioned you here. What do you do? Get off the merry-go-round, baby. I just said, where's Putty Cat? I ain't seen him. And here you go. You must have been chased out of the water by a shark, Putty Cat. Putty Cat Bible, Putty Cat. It misspelled your word for you. Spell check got you on that one. What's for lunch down in Florida? Fresh fish? Hey, we appreciate that. Island girl, if you would, jump over on the channel, watch a little short or video, drop me a comment there, that way we can get you followed back. Appreciate you very much. 6 a.m. in the morning, baby. Thanks for stopping. All right, Rick, we always appreciate you, man. You've been here since almost day one. Thanks for coming by, Rick. Man, look what, 1 mile, what a difference it makes, guys. Not one spot of fog on this side of Marysville. Crazy. Beautiful river. It's like a whole different world. I went from 40 degrees to 50 degrees real quick. And it looks like 10 miles to Mickey D's. Welcome in, folks. Who do we got left in here besides me and Bible and Putty Cat? Well, I don't know about that. It wouldn't take them 30 minutes to hold the pickles. That sounds like a pretty good meal, and they're usually buy one, get one. I just gotta have another cup of coffee. You want some fries with that, radio? The sun's starting to shine. The speed limit went from 72 to 80 for these folks. They're all headed up to the ski resort here at Valley High. Oh my gosh, I would say probably a million. I got out of there about 1 o'clock on Thursday, so it's had Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and all day today, man. I'm saying it's going to be bad tomorrow. I would say at least 3 coffee cups. All the trash cans will be full or flowing over. And I would say 6 beer cans in the grass itself. All right, Canadian Squatch has finally showed up. How you doing, man? You are getting more mysterious than the Squatch himself. Coffee keeps me going, I'm telling you. Happy Monday. Today is Pick Your Favorite President Day, but we're not getting into that. Has to be a president that's at least 100 years old. And they always say that George Washington was the rottenest president we ever had. Only because he's been dead the longest. Ooh, Canada Dry. Well, that seems like the right thing for a Squatch in Canada to be drinking. Support your local establishments, guys. That don't mean break into them. If you're going to break into something, oh, we got a Lincoln. Man, your phone is going crazy today, Bible. Lincoln, yep, I'll go with Lincoln. How you doing, MS? Hoping everybody had a great weekend, guys. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Let's see if we can hit 60 before I get out of here. I mean, the Big Mac is just over this next hill. But that don't mean I have to quit talking. I can hit the drive-through, guys, and keep right on yapping. I don't think I've ever done a 4-hour live, and I'm only 30 minutes away from that. If I stop now, it'll take me 4 hours to do it again. You know what I mean? Sasquatch has a big family, folks. We discussed this earlier in the live. I'm thinking a chicken wrap. That's about the least amount of bread as I can get. With the price of food now, you know, I was buying sausage biscuits and giving the birds a biscuit, but I don't think that's a good idea. It's bad for the birds and it's bad for the budget. So chicken snack wrap is a better choice for a carnivore diet. That don't mean you get 6 of them, but man, if I lived down in the Florida Keys, I would have a Big Mac every day because I wouldn't care. I could be fat and sit on the beach. Big Mac belly. I'd have to change it to Out and About with Mac Attack. My wife likes Big Macs too. Ooh. You know, I used to like rum when I was younger. We got down there on a little island called Barbados. And since we were in the military, guys, They treated us pretty good. We rebuilt a few schools, rebuilt a church while we were there, worked on a few other small projects. But we would go down to the little resort by the beach, and man, you would get 1 ounce of Coke and 15 ounces of rum. And that kind of broke me into rum right there. Fun while we was there, but man, I don't think I had drunk much rum after I left that island. But that's what they say, you know, if your kid wants to smoke, make him smoke a whole pack straight in a row until he's just sick and pukes. Then he'll never want to smoke again. I think that's a little harsh, but I'm glad I never wanted to smoke. Jimmy Buffett cheeseburger in paradise. Toes in the sand, cold beer on the floaty. I'm glad my wife ain't in the chat, because she'll be ready for a trip to Florida. All right, 60 thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you guys for popping in, hitting those thumbs up, and all these people who share out the live to their friends to get them to come in and chat with us. It's all helping out, guys. Man, if we had 60 people in here for a 4-hour live, that would be crazy. Come on, folks, share the highway. Dude, get your flags out there. I like how they make these guys, they pull over and make them put on a hard hat before they get out of the truck. Like, that hard hat's going to save them when they get hit by a truck. Oh dear, you know it's noontime, so this place is going to be packed. But it's well worth the wait, isn't it, guys? Hot cup of coffee, and we might even have fresh coffee today too. With no problems, no shoes, no shirt, no problems, no problems. It won't be too long, the old phones are going to start getting warm. The sun will start baking it and it'll shut itself off. Yep, we could hitchhike everywhere back then and not worry about it. A few of those guys out there on the highway put a stop to that. You get in the car, you might not go where you want to go. Chicken snap wrap it is, guys.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. My name's Allie. Can I have your rewards code, please?
Can I get a number 6 ranch, large coffee black?
Okay.
And that will be,
anything else?
That'll be all.
All right, go ahead and pull around for us, please. Thank you.
Thank you. You remember when they used to ask you, they had to ask you if you wanted fries with that? Putty cat, tell the grimace I said hello. I will do that. Hamburglar. Hamburglar. I think that was a even $11 or something like that. I forgot to look. But we got to have that coffee, folks. Oh, I was just checking to see if the sun was baking it yet. Coffee was $2.79. And then I think they charge you an extra 50 cents for the upgrade. You get a $5 snack wrap and then you pay $10 and something. Oklahoma Grunt, how you doing? Been a while since you popped in. I've been watching some of your family lives from the living room there. How you been doing? They hear me talking to you guys and they keep trying to sell me more stuff. And that dude just hit the wall. Yes, it's an actual wrap. Got one of those, whatever they call, tortilla shells. Are they still called tortillas if they're soft? Good to hear, Oklahoma. It's good to see you back in and around. We're pausing here for station identification. Everybody say hello to Oklahoma Grunt Man. He just got him a channel going, guys, so get out there. He likes to sit down and have a good talk with you folks. Well, good deal, good deal. That's a bad thing about traveling around, man. I get tired of sitting on my butt, that is for sure. But then again, I hate riding with other people too. Silly. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onion on says T-bone. And are the buns still sesame seeded? Is that still a thing? You guys don't tell my wife. Snack wrap when I get home. Hopefully she won't be babysitting and we can go have a night out somewhere before I have to get back into work. I'm pretty sure I have to work Tuesday through Saturday. We are headed home. We've been down in Kentucky and down in West Virginia. We're trying to find some land to spread our wings on. But that's not looking good. That is exactly what I'm saying. Her vacation is over once I get home. She'll say, oh, good grief, he's home. She'll probably say, here, take this baby. He misses you. Man, we hit 54 degrees really quick. I'm turning off the heat. Taking a long time just to get her change. Yeah, people think I went on vacation, but actually she's the one been on vacation. I've been building up the business here, you know, drumming up some few folks. Oh, I can't wait for the 70s to return.
I'm so sorry about that wait.
No problem. How's your day?
It's been great. How was yours?
It's getting pretty out here.
It is. Hi, my name is Ronnie. May I have your rewards though, please?
Thank you. Nope, they give me back a whole dime. Yeah, we got a few of those places that try and keep your pennies, but I got like a gazillion pennies saved up, so hopefully I'll be the last one with pennies.
Hi.
Hi.
Here's the coffee
Thank
for you.
Hot coffee, baby. Woo, that's hot. Full of grounds too. That coffee was definitely off the bottom of the pot. I should have watched. But it will be hot for the rest of the way home, I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of the grocery stores don't want to deal with the pennies. These fast foods, they don't care. But they're always trying to sell you an extra cookie or something. Two cookies for $1. Yep, got a little coffee grounds in that one. Wow. But it is hot, baby. It is hot. Tastes pretty good. Hey, we appreciate you, man. Always hit that thumbs up and hang out. Come back anytime. Better be some fresh chicken today too, folks.
You have the snack wraps?
Yes.
Did you get your coffee?
Yes.
Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and have you go to number 1.
How about number 2? He's leaving.
Yeah, there you go. Have a good day.
Gosh golly. I didn't realize it, but there's 4 people sitting over there waiting on food. Must be a bad day for chicken. Yep, she asked me to go number 2, and I'm like, I'm kind of embarrassed right here in front of everyone. Been hard for me to get in number 2 because somebody was already there. They probably should have been doing a number 1. All right, folks, we got 13 minutes. Can we get any new people in 13 minutes? Rancher's roast beef. That used to be an old Arby's. Yep, I can remember that being an Arby's. It was here before the McDonald's was here across the street. That'd be the job I'd want to have, just to stand there and bring out food. T-minus 12, folks. What a day, what a day. I do not. America's roast beef. Well, that would be a good good pronunciation of that. Hello, Kira. How you doing? We've been doing great, doing great. A little bit of highway driving today, but we're doing good. I cannot. I can start off with number one and end with number one. What gets me confused up when they serve more than one term? I can do first and last, and I know nobody in between. Good to hear, Kira. Good to hear. I'm glad to see you're back. The bad thing about it is when I finally bring out my food, it'll probably be cold. But I'm just going to cruise on down the highway. It is now 12:19. Seems like a while, but my order went through at 12:14. Hello, Craig. How we doing? We have had California after California after California in this room today. And Danielle, Mississippi in the house. I don't think anybody's making it through the window anymore without having to pull over. Yep, that's what the other guy said. Starting to sprinkle in California. Foggy, was it? It was foggy here today. I got about, I would say an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours drive the rest of the way home, and I'll be done for the day, I think. Unless I can get that wife to go out and eat. Yep. Well, I gotta be next, folks. Nobody been here longer than me. Things are looking up, we hope. I have been live for 3 hours and 53 minutes. Crazy. I got about 7 more to go. Yeah, I think I got a steak. Well done. But I'm telling you, there was 2 chickens loose in the back parking lot, so they probably haven't caught them yet. I'm gonna have to ask her for it here.
Yes, sir.
Can you find this one for me? I've been here a lot longer than these folks.
I'm so sorry about that. Let me go back inside and look for you.
Thank you. That wasn't too bad, was it? Fast food at its best, folks. It must be really good, and it must be really hard to catch. And evidently I'm the only one that ate chicken.
Here is this for you, sir. I'm so sorry for the long wait.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
There we go. We're off. What a great adventure. Do you want fries with that? Now we just gotta break free. Look at that, gas is $2.55 here. Bell Fountain, Ohio. I'm going to pull over here and eat and then get back on the highway, folks. Funny how I get chicken at McDonald's and I pull over at Lee's Famous Chicken to eat it. But I'm going to get off here for now and say goodbye to everyone. As long as I'm not blocking someone in. Might be a curb there. You most certainly can. Hey, you watch, as soon as I stop here, somebody will want to pull out behind me. Get over here out of the way. Here at McDonald's, the coffee came first, and it had grounds in it. I don't know, they feel like they're pretty cold, pretty cold. 2 minutes, folks, 2 minutes. I'm going to get out of here and let you guys have the rest of the day to yourself. Yeah, they had this rooster for about a month and they couldn't figure out why they wasn't getting any eggs. And as I suspected, it's pretty cold. yesterday's chicken. 1 minute and 30 seconds, guys. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so. If you want to say hello and goodbye to us, now's the time to do it. You guys have been great, and thank you for hanging out. I don't think we've had Charles Carrington in the room today. Yeah, he was here first thing this morning, I do believe. All right, time to roll. Somebody had to pull out behind me. I'm going to try to shut her down at exactly 4 hours, folks. So like I say, look for me in the morning, and we'll be back on regular scheduled program. Hopefully a Super Bowl or a ball game won't take us off. Some kind of paid promotional advertisement, if you know what I mean. State of the Union address or something. Have fun, be safe. See you tomorrow, guys. See you tomorrow.